the series against their rival.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Gamecock Insider. I'm your host, Derek Scott, as we get you ready for another week in Carolina athletics. We've got some fun stuff to get into. Obviously, women's basketball this time of year will be front and center, but some of the spring sports are getting started as well. We're going to talk a little men's tennis on this week's edition of the program, and we're going to look back at one of the all-time great coaches that this university has seen and hear more from her about not just her memories of her great teams, but also looking ahead to the future of ladies athletics here at the University of South Carolina. Lots more to get into as well, so let's get started. As we always do, it is the Prisma Health Injury Report, and on that subject, we're looking at men's basketball. Chico Carter, who has been one of South Carolina's more reliable offensive factors this season, leading the SEC in three-point shooting, unfortunately is dealing with some knee tendonitis, and that really slowed him down last week in Carolina's last contest of the week against Mississippi State. He started but really couldn't give the Gamecocks much energy-wise because of his lack of mobility and ended up having to sit down early. Hopefully some rest and rehab will have Chico back and ready to go very, very soon. That's your injury update, and it's brought to you by Prisma Health, the official team physicians of the Gamecocks. We switch gears now to women's basketball. The #1 team in the nation had a matchup with the Alabama Crimson Tide, and the Tide was testy early on. They gave the Gamecocks some problems, but of course, Dawn Staley's bunch is used to being the targeted, the hunted. They handled their business with, as usual, the reliable leadership of the double-double machine herself, Aliyah Boston.
Up top, Bree Beal passes left, Breezy Hall. They're daring Breezy to shoot it, but she doesn't. Beal, top of the circle, feeds it left side. Now Breezy will take the three. Bang, got it. Second three-pointer of the game for Breezy Hall. Shot clock at 10. Breezy thought about the three, goes down low to Boston. Fighting through a double team. Two more for Aaliyah Boston. And it's 44-35. Fagan dumps it down low to Boston, and Boston will finish. And the Gamecocks have their largest lead at 46-35. Kicks it out in the corner to Nye. Good look at a three. Off the rim, no good. Beal with a great box out and handles the rebound. Gamecocks have it. Raven finds Breezy Hall in transition, and she will lay it up and in. And that's how the third quarter will end. Gamecocks will take a 10-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter here in Tuscaloosa. Raven Johnson to bring it into the right of the basket. Up top to me here at the foul line. Dumps it down low to Breezy, and Breezy's got a layup as they forgot all about her. Davis up top to Parker. Comes around a screen, driving right side. Breezy trying to stay with her. Bounce pass to Jada Rice on the low block, working against Camilla. Wild shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds to the Gamecocks. Some good penetration and ball movement there by Alabama, but they struggled to finish some contested shots. Shot clock under 10. Gets it up between the rings to Zaya. Work it right side. Breezy wants a three. Bang! Got it again. Third three-pointer for Breezy Hall, and the lead extends out to double figures at 53-41. Breezy Hall having an afternoon. Up top to Breezy Hall. Shot clock already halfway down. On the baseline to LA, left side, trying to back her way in. Squares, spins, shoots, and scores. Shot clock halfway down. Down low to Cardoso. Spins, shoots, got it to go. And it's 57-41. Zaya dribbling right side. Up top to Breezy. Passes left to Raven. Lobs it down low to LA, who's calling for it, and she'll finish with a layup. Feed it out to Bree Beal. She'll want three. Bang, got it. And the Gamecocks will improve to 21-0 on the season, 9-0 in the SEC, and they will earn their 21st consecutive victory over the Crimson Tide.
Another outing, another win. Aliyah Boston with the double-double and a big game from Bree Hall. We'll tell you a little bit more about her a little later on in the program. We're back with more of Gamecock Insider in just a moment. It's brought to you, as always, by Learfield.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Liberty Tap Room. Liberty Tap Room is the new home for Carolina Calls with Gamecock men's and women's basketball. Meet us at Liberty at 6 p.m. on Thursdays during the season for Carolina Calls. Liberty Tap Room and Grill, Cocky's favorite place to eat in the Vista.
Hey, Gamecock fans. I'm Coach Dawn Staley. The best teams are the ones that are always willing to do more. More in the weight room, more in the classroom, more for each other. And it's important for our team doctors to have the same mindset with access to more locations, more specially trained experts, and more personalized care. Prisma Health is doing even more to care for our team and our fans. Prisma Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
Behind every journey is the road that got you there, and your Carolina Ford dealer is there for every mile. That's what it means to be true blue. Right now, get great offers on a wide selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Ford trucks and SUVs rank #1 in brand loyalty. We're going the extra mile so you'll be true blue too. Now get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 retail customer cash on a new 2022 Ford F-150, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Good morning, America. Today, thousands of our teammates will make and deliver over 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally, in towns large and small. From the heartland to the coast, our products are moving and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose. We love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Gamecock fans, Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP game day experience this basketball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's game day guest. Winners will receive a special invitation to Coach's radio show, tickets to that weekend's game, hotel accommodations, and a unique opportunity to join Cocky on the sideline during pregame. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Cocky's game day guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider, everybody. I'm Derek Scott. Josh Goffey has been in Columbia and leading the Gamecock men's tennis program now for 12 seasons. And he has seen that program really reach some heights that have been very impressive. He continues to build, and really as much as he is building winners, he is building a legacy of family with the Gamecock program as well.
Being an individual sport, tennis is, you're out there by yourself. You have to be able to problem solve constantly. And in order to problem solve, you have to know who you are at a very fundamental level. So tennis players have this innate ability to actually, to process things emotionally and unemotionally, compartmentalize and move forward. You can take those things that we do on the court every day and just put a different look on it and call it life. They're able to apply the tools that they use on the court and the mentality that we have to their life, and things work out for them. And so they start building from there. The main reason why I have passion for what I do on a daily basis is I want to help guys. This is one of the most influential time periods in kids' lives. This is really their chance to go out and take the family values that they've been given, expand on those, and decide to blossom into whoever they want to be, right? And so they need leadership during this time.
I really wanted to come to South Carolina mainly because I think the tennis here really stood out to me. Josh Goffey and Andrew Adams, they really helped me, helped me improve as a tennis player and a person here.
I met Josh. He came to see me playing in Portugal, and it was a great time. I loved Josh, so I was and also I was gonna have things paid here and have a great conditions to practice, to play. So I thought it was gonna be great for Carl.
A lot of credit to Josh. He made the importance of helping me develop as a young man. I was very young when I first came here, so he really helped me in that department a lot.
The everyday aspects that Josh does such a great job of. He's an everyday guy, and he comes into work, and it's step by step, bit by bit, day by day, and that's the one thing that has kind of made our program what it is, today.
looking forward to another fun spring for the men's tennis program and the ladies as well as they transition from the indoor courts to the outdoor courts in Southeastern Conference competition. Good luck to them. Time now for our Terminix Pest Player of the Week. We mentioned Bree Hall from the women's basketball team. She played exceedingly well against Alabama. In fact, a career high, 18 points for the sophomore from the state of Ohio. 4 3-pointers really helped the Gamecocks pull out the victory over Alabama. So congratulations to Bree, just another weapon for Dawn Staley to work with. And thanks to Terminix for providing us, as always, our Pest Player of the Week features. We're back with more of Gamecock Insider in just a moment from Learfield.
When you need to find a new roommate, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2023 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $309 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
I was perfectly happy where I was. I just coached one of the biggest games of my life. Then, just 3 days later, I was moving to South Carolina. That was unexpected. But that's how life works. Colonial Life's benefits keep you prepared for life's unexpected moments, empowering people to achieve their goals and keep moving forward. Colonial Life, keep unexpecting.
Gamecock fans, Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP game day experience this basketball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's game day guest. Winners will receive a special invitation to Coach's radio show, tickets to that weekend's game, hotel accommodations, and the unique opportunity to join Cocky on the sideline during pregame. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Cocky's game day guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Good hard work has earned Emma Lane the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the equestrian team, Emma is a management major with a 3.59 grade point average. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
A wide open layup. Raven Johnson drives into the lane. Whoa! Reverse layup is good. Driving from right to left. Put it up backwards, and the Gamecocks lead 30-23.
That's your Sandsbury. Did you see that play? Raven Johnson going coast to coast and finishing with some flair for the Carolina women's basketball program. Joyce Compton is a name that you may know, you may not, depending on your focus and maybe even your age. Her coaching tenure here at the University of South Carolina has been gone for about a decade now, but there's no question she climbed and made amazing achievements with the South Carolina softball program. They were an NCAA tournament perennial power. And Coach Compton was recently inducted into the University of South Carolina Athletics Hall of Fame. We had a chance to sit down with her and really look back at some of her best memories as well as look forward to the future of women's athletics here at USC.
I've spent, almost a third of my life here at South Carolina, and to be honored that you did something good, it's just an honor that you don't even think about, to be honest. I loved being outside, throwing the ball against the wall, and I lived out pretty much in the country and really didn't have anything organized. And back when I was growing up, there was really nothing for women. Title IX still had not come into effect. Actually, it came in the year I got out of college. So going through high school, I did not have any kind of organized sporting. We did have play days where we got to play against the other, like juniors would play seniors, and that was the extent of our sports in high school. I saw in the paper one day about a softball team in the next town over, and so I got my dad to take me over and watch. It was women's fast pitch. I said, well, I kind of like that, so I asked the lady if I can, come try out, and I did, and that's kind of where my softball career started. The top one was 97 team, getting to the Women's College World Series. It's kind of fun when you win 37 or 36 or whatever the heck it was, games in a row, and then drop one and win another 14 or 15 after that. So, it was first year conference, we were able to get a championship, which I think is probably the next one there, Eastern Division champs, and then the overall championship in '97. It was just a joy. We had a lot of parents following us. We had a great traveling group of the kids' parents and boyfriends and future husbands and everything else that were with us the whole season. There's no comparison. When I was playing, we played on the grass field with no fence and a wood bench for a bleacher. College softball on the Division I level, you're sitting in it. I was able to see the sport at South Carolina grow from, basically hardly any stadium to something like this where, and again, without Title IX and, a push, I'm not sure, how far women's sports would have come, but I think once it got moving and got the excitement of the communities, I think it was, a no-brainer for the departments across, not just the SEC, but across all the states. I was the fortunate one to be the coach. It's really the players and the staff that put us in that position. Yes, we were able to recruit, pretty good players. And, I was just fortunate enough and probably smart enough to let them go and play. Kids that we recruited had the skill, but it's taking that skill and not accepting, not doing what you're capable of doing, and knowing that you left everything on the field. To me, any softball player, I don't care if it was my best All-American or my worst player, if they left everything on the field, that was the main thing.
Turn hard-working days into happy nights. Our battery 8K homeowner system starts at just $199.99. Real steel. Find yours at over 10,000 local steel dealers.
Hey Gamecock fans, I'm Coach Lamont Paris. The best teams are the ones that are always willing to do more. More in the weight room, more in the classroom, more for each other. And it's important for our team doctors to have the same mindset. With access to more locations, more specially trained experts, and more personalized care, Prisma Health is doing even more to care for our team and our fans. Prisma Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
Dawn Staley has brought a second national championship back to South Carolina.
Throughout my life, my friends and my family have supported me through the championships and the challenges. That's why it's so important for me to lift people up, to help them overcome the obstacles in their way. Colonial Life benefits keep you prepared for life's unexpected moments, empowering people to achieve goals they thought weren't possible. That's what really matters. Colonial Life, keep unexpecting.
When you need to find a new roommate, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2023 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $309 a month for 36 months. Toyota, Let's go places.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider, everybody. I'm Derek Scott. Aaliyah Boston is unquestionably the best player in women's college basketball. But how did she become that? Recently on our Gamecock Talk podcast on Gamecocks Plus, had a visit with Sherry Levin, who was the head coach of the Worcester Academy high school team that Aaliyah played for just a few years ago. A very interesting conversation and really some great memories of a young Aaliyah Boston. Let's get a taste of that here. Well, if you're a Gamecock women's basketball fan, you know the Aaliyah Boston story pretty well by now. But certainly there is more to it than just her upbringing, coming to America. There was time spent in the Northeast. In fact, when she played her high school ball, it was at Worcester Academy, a program that dominated New England high school basketball. And her head coach then, and still the head coach at Worcester Academy, is Sherry Levin, who is with us. Coach, thanks so much for your time. We want to get more of a perspective on Aaliyah, her growth, what got her to Gamecock country, and now that we see someone who is the dominant fixture in women's college basketball. And I don't think we're being too, wearing the garnet colored glasses and saying that to see what she has become. But you had a chance to coach her for 3 years on the high school level and get her ready for college basketball and beyond. So I guess for starters, give us that starting point when you were coming back to a program you had coached previously and inheriting the program. She had already finished her freshman year. Did you know, I guess you would say, what you were getting yourself into, what you had waiting on you in that locker room?
So I did not. I had actually met Aaliyah and her family. We had a 10-year reunion of our 2006 team in a tournament that was at Worcester Academy, and Aaliyah was a freshman. I was not at Worcester Academy at the time, and I remember meeting her, and I remember seeing the team play, and they were very good at that time, and thinking, wow, this is a good player. Fast forward to the end of the season, and I got the call from the athletic department that they would love to have me back. The coach that had coached Aaliyah her freshman year had left, and would I be able to come back? And as time would have it, worked out perfectly. So I jumped at the chance. I love the community. Many people that I worked with previously were still there, and I was just like eager to get back. And the interesting thing is I met with the athletic director, Mr. Ed Riley, and he gave me a roster of kids who were returning. And he said, you probably want to reach out to Aaliyah and her family. So immediately that was my first call. I got home and I called Cleone, and I still remember this as if it was yesterday. We spoke for about an hour and a half, and I went through everything about myself. I went through my perspective as a coach, as a person, what I would look for, what my expectations were, and just had this wonderful connection that I think was part of the fact that they then began to trust me and what I would bring to the program. I then remember I brought Aaliyah and Alexis for a workout, and we said, come on, let's work out. And my first questions were, what are your hopes and dreams? Where do you want to go with this game of basketball? And she told me, and I said, great. I said, let's get at it. And, the workouts began, and I will say in a very broad sense, the 40,000 foot view, whatever it was that I was coaching, she would bring in, and then she would work on it. And I think that's one thing, and we can talk more in detail, but that was the very essence of the beginning. And I said I watched every one of her games her freshman year. Ironically, she was not on the New England All-Star team selection her freshman year, which is so surprising to me, knowing what she could do. And I said to her, if you follow this, then I think you can check off those boxes and be one of the greatest players, because you have that natural gifts. And it was the first thing we talked about, demanding the ball, and then how do you do that, and then the progression. So clearly it was the first step. I walked out of that gym beaming like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a great ride.
Download the Gamecock app and play 3 Points the hard way. Brought to you by Hardee's, with the best made-from-scratch biscuits. If the women's basketball team makes 3 3-pointers in a game, you can score a free sausage biscuit at Hardee's the day after the game during breakfast hours. Get your biscuit at participating Columbia and Spartanburg area Hardee's. Feed your happy and order ahead at hardees.com.
Good morning, America. Today, thousands of our teammates will make and deliver over 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally, in towns large and small. From the heartland to the coast, our products are moving and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose. We love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Hey! We wanted to bring by a little gift and say, welcome to the neighborhood.
And we want to invite you guys out this weekend. We're having a little tailgate in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, go Gamecocks! Woo! Right? Right?
Put it all back. Babe, get your stuff.
Yeah, it matters that much.
Behind every journey is the road that got you there, and your Carolina Ford dealer is there for every mile. That's what it means to be true blue. Right now, get great offers on a wide selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Ford trucks and SUVs ranked #1 in brand loyalty. We're going the extra mile so you'll be true blue too. Now get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 retail customer cash on a new 2022 Ford F-150, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
For over 40 years, Sound & Images has been South Carolina's corporate multimedia partner for live events. Sound & Images is also your resource for commercial audiovisual installations. Help your teams collaborate more efficiently with a custom-crafted AV solution from Sound & Images. Whether you want a single monitor upgrade or a turnkey AV system, we are dedicated to helping you incorporate easy-to-use technology into your space. And we offer the best-in-class support and service. Elevate your AV. Call Sound & Images today.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Liberty Tap Room. Liberty Tap Room is the new home for Carolina Calls with Gamecock men's and women's basketball. Meet us at Liberty at 6 p.m. on Thursdays during the season for Carolina Calls. Liberty Tap Room and Grill, Cocky's favorite place to eat in the Vista.
Back to wrap things up on this week's edition of Gamecock Insider. Time for On the Road, brought to you by our friends at Toyota. The Gamecock men's basketball program will be headed out to the other Columbia to take on Missouri. That's Tuesday night, late game, 9 p.m. tip-off. Meanwhile, on Thursday, the Carolina women's team will be at Auburn. That one gets started at 8 p.m. And that's On the Road, brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. That'll wrap things up for us on this week's edition of Gamecock Insider. I'm Derek Scott. We'll see you again next week.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.